What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Oddity Acres. Today, we are in River Styx Cemetery near Wadsworth, Ohio. We got quite a spooky story to tell. Now, a lot of locals say that this cemetery is haunted, but there are some reasons why. And we're going to explore those in just a minute. Stay tuned. Now, this is obviously an incredibly old cemetery. Lots of stones dating back to the 1800s, even farther from what I'm seeing. And we're going to take a look at those too. They're do a little history lesson, if you will. Some of the markings and things like that. But we're here for a very specific reason. Now, earlier this week, we happened to be down in this area and we passed by the cemetery and something caught our eye. And I just knew that I had to come back and check it out. Because even though it's a brief story, it's creepy. Now, as I mentioned before, this cemetery is quite old. And back in the 1800s, 1843, 1844 to be specific, this town had quite a problem. This town had a grave robber problem, and so much so that some of the people were actually burying their loved ones in other cities far from this town. It actually got so bad to the point where one family actually built a mausoleum buried into the side of the hill in order to keep their bodies safe, the bodies of their loved ones, safe from grave robbers. A lot of the times back then, they couldn't bury bodies in the wintertime due to the ground being frozen, the ground being rock hard. And so they had to wait to be buried. And so to keep those grave robbers at bay, they had to build things like this. Look at this. This is insane. Look at this. Now, there are a lot of reports online of people that have visited this location and have experienced paranormal activity. There's actually some images online of what looks to be an apparition that was taken inside of this specific mausoleum. It's definitely got some weird vibes, some weird feels. But don't worry, we're gonna take you in there. Check it out. These doors were open already. We did not touch anything. We didn't move anything. As I said, if you guys are here, you guys come to this location and these doors are locked, we are not advocating breaking in or trespassing. We showed up and these were like this, so. Now my mom is the shotgun rider today, so she's here to explore with me. And she got to be the first one in here. Look at this though. Wow. This is insane. Look at this. Wow. This definitely has an eerie feeling to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was super soft in here. I was too wondering.
You think there's remains still?
I don't know.
I mean, anything that would be above ground would be long gone, right?
I would think so.
Look at this, though. Like, this was purposely dug out.
Maybe for a farm.
Yeah. Wow. Look at this place. And these were obviously placed here to either rest a casket on or I mean, they're there intentionally.
You see that?
What is it?
It's pretty dug out.
It does look like it kind of goes back farther, doesn't it?
It does.
You can kind of see the wall back there, but wow. Now, obviously, we're being very careful not to disturb anything. I mean, we're here with respect. And if you happen to come past this location or you happen to stop by, obviously, you know, we want to encourage that you treat this place with respect too. I mean, there's definitely amazing things to explore around here, but this was somebody's final resting place, even if it was for a short time being. Now, from that picture that I saw online of the apparition, it looks like it was taken kind of from where I'm standing here, and it was somewhere in that back corner area. I just noticed too that there's some symbols in here. I don't know what that means, but that does give me a very uneasy feeling. What did you find?
It's from broken pottery. All of this is. You can see it's all of this.
It's pottery. That one's ornate. You can still see a thing on it. Whatever design was on the pottery. We'll leave that just where we found it. Almost. Do you think it was like an urn, or do you think it was just pottery?
No, I think it was probably just pottery, a decoration of sorts.
It makes me feel a little bit better. I can't get over these. I mean, they were probably for like laying a casket on, right?
I don't know.
I mean, they're original.
Yes. And carved. You can see where they're pick marks.
Yeah. Wow. One last final look. Wow. That is absolutely crazy to see in person. Wow. That's insane. Just incredible. Look at this place. Now, there are newer graves here as well, so the issues of grave robbing obviously have since been taken care of, but it's just one more reason to say again, if you're in the area and you come check out this place, make sure you pay the proper respects. Now, also a really cool thing to mention is that we've been noticing a lot of these stars that say GAR. And what those stand for is the Grand Army of the Republic. It was a fraternal order for Union Civil War veterans. So when you come to a lot of older cemeteries like this, you'll probably see a lot of those. I know American Legions and things like that come out and place those stars on these graves for these soldiers. Not only do you have the Grand Army of the Republic and Civil War veterans, but in this cemetery you have the War of 1812 veterans, War of 1776, soldier in the War of Spain. So this will be a perfect time to tell you as well that we are starting a new Cemetery Journeys series about the cemetery symbols that you see on gravestones. So when you see the carved hands pointing up, or the shaking hands, or the lambs on the graves, or some of the fraternal symbols like the Oddfellows or the Masonic Lodge, and you wonder, well, what do those mean? Or I wonder, what did that designate about a person's life? We're going to get into that. We're going to show you that. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up very soon. So I want to thank you for joining us on another episode of Oddity Acres, this time at the River Styx Cemetery, exploring a little bit of spooky history. Lots of good stuff coming up, so stay tuned. And as always, stay scared. Happy Halloween.